Hello, welcome back. So, in this part, we are going to discuss a very important topic, which is the concept of reinforced concrete. So, in all the concrete structures, we know that we are using reinforced concrete. We do not use plain concrete. Plain concrete means which is not embedded with any reinforcement. Well, why do we use reinforced concrete in place of concrete only? The simple reason is concrete is weak in tension, and because of this weakness, we cannot use concrete alone. We need to reinforce concrete so that it can have tensile strength also. Concrete is good in compression, so it can take compression to some extent, but it is very weak in tension. So to reinforce concrete, to have tensile strength in concrete, what we do is we reinforce it with another material. So that another material that we reinforce in concrete is steel. So that is the question: why are reinforced concrete, and what is reinforced concrete, and why do we need to use reinforced concrete instead of concrete? So as I just told you that we use reinforced concrete because concrete is weak in tension. Also at the same time, concrete is brittle. So to have some amount of ductility in the concrete, we try to reinforce it. So we reinforce it with steel, and steel we know that it is ductile, and also at the same time steel is very good in tension. So as I just discussed that concrete is weak in tension, so we use steel inside the concrete for strengthening and reinforcing the tensile strength of the concrete. We can see that phenomena using this diagram also. If we use concrete without reinforcement, and if we apply load like this, what will happen? Concrete is brittle and it will collapse suddenly without any warning. But if we reinforce this concrete with the reinforcing bars, then what will happen? It will develop some ductility also. It while when there will be load, even the larger load than this, it will not break. Why? Because of the presence of the steel. So in the presence of steel, there may be some cracks, some hairline cracks in the concrete, but still, I mean, when these hairline cracks will occur, then the load will be transferred to the steel, and then steel will be taking the tension. So to apply to have tension load on the steel, we are supposed to have some cracks, which are hairline cracks. Well, these hairline cracks are not very much harmful, and they doesn't affect the other things, but and that is why uh, some hairline cracks are supposed to occur, and then only the stress in the steel will be generated. It will take the tension load. If we further apply the load, if we further increase the load, then the behavior of the beam will be like this, which means it will not be breaking, it may be having excessive deflection, but the failure will be of ductile nature, which means it will be giving us ample warning to escape or to apply some remedial actions. Also, the steel must have appropriate formation to provide strong bond. Yes, that is the requirement. Steel must provide a strong bond with the concrete so that there may be a good interlocking between the materials. When steel is completely surrounded by the hardened concrete mass, it forms an integral part of the two material, and which is called reinforced concrete. So that is the uh, definition of the reinforced concrete. So steel should be surrounded with all around with the concrete so that it becomes an integral part. Now we will try to understand now what will be the advantages of the reinforced concrete. Well, the major advantage of reinforced concrete is it will be having high compressive strength because of the presence of the steel and concrete. Obviously concrete is good in compression, and at the same time reinforced concrete will be good in tensile strength also because of the presence of the steel. It has better resistance to fire than steel. So if we consider using steel alone in place of concrete, then steel has a very major disadvantage, which is it is poor in fire resistance. Steel becomes soft when the temperature rises. So if we use steel with along with the concrete, which is called reinforced concrete, then it has better resistance to fire if we compare this resistance with the steel alone. So steel have better resistance if it is embedded within the concrete. Also it has long service life with low maintenance cost. That is also the advantage of reinforced concrete. And in some type of structures such as dams, piers and footings, it is the most economical structural elements. So if we use steel in place of concrete, steel is very costly. So or if we compare this with other material also, so this is very economical. The another advantage of this reinforced concrete is it can be casted to take any shape required, and that makes it widely used in the precast or prefabricated structural components. So because it can be casted into any shape, it can be very much useful while making the prefabricated structural components. Well, prefabricated components are widely used nowadays in some important structures. For example, in the Delhi metro construction also, there are some prefabricated elements which are being used. Prefabricated elements are the elements which are made in a very controlled environment, say in the factory. So in the factory, in a closed environment where the quality control can be good or can be achieved efficiently, so there the quality of the concrete will be good. Now reinforced concrete has some disadvantages also. So we will see that what are those disadvantages. The major disadvantage is as it involves concrete, and concrete needs mixing, casting, curing. All these affects the final strength of the concrete. So we have to take care of concrete in different fronts, and because of this the final strength of concrete can be affected. So that is a major disadvantage of reinforced concrete. Also it has low compressive strength as compared to steel. If we compare the compressive strength of reinforced concrete with the steel alone, then we can say that it has a very low compressive strength. For example, we know that there are some grades of concrete which we use. Say for example, if we use M25 grade of concrete, in the M25 grade of concrete, 25 is the 28 days characteristic compressive strength of this grade of concrete. So 25 Newton per mm square. This is the 28 days strength of the this grade of concrete. Well, if we compare this with the lowest grade of steel that we use, the lowest grade of steel is designated by Fe 250. So in this, Fe stands for ferric and 250 is the yield strength of the steel. So 250 is basically 250 Newton per mm square. So you can see that strength of steel per unit area say in this case is 1 mm square. So for 1 mm square, it can take this much load. While in case of concrete, 1 mm square area of concrete, reinforced concrete will be taking only this much load. So that is the huge difference between these two. So That is the disadvantage. And because of this, we use more area to support load in case of reinforced concrete. And because of that, the structure that we build from the concrete, reinforced concrete, are bulky as compared to the structures that we build from the steel alone. So that is the disadvantage of sorry, that is the disadvantage of reinforced concrete. Also, concrete has some issue of like shrinkage and creep, and because of that, concrete will have cracks always. And these cracks may be because of the shrinkage, maybe because of the creep, and maybe because of the application of the live load. Live load are the load which are dynamic in nature, and the magnitude of live load cannot be uh, ascertained at a particular time. So they are dynamic in nature, and because of these live load, these shrinkage, the disintegration of concrete will occur at every time. So that was the disadvantage of reinforced concrete. So we will continue this discussion in the next part. In the next part, we will discuss a very important topic, which is the types of reinforcement, types of reinforcing steel.